Hey guys, welcome back to the show. So today we are going to talk about one of the biggest ranking factor that this is one of the biggest on-page ranking factor. Now there was a time back in the days like 2015, 16, I used to be young and beautiful, but on the same hand, we used to have this ranking factor where you just fix up the technical SEO or the on-page SEO like sitemap, robots and other things that are there on page, and all the problems of on-page used to get fixed. Now things are changing really fast, and Google also sees that how people are interacting with your data. Now what do I mean by interacting with? Okay, let's for this particular example compare SEO with social media. Now that's a very weird analogy, but I always think that power of content is everything. Again, power of content. Now everyone sees how you are interacting with your data. Let's just talk about Instagram or LinkedIn maybe. So in this case, let's say people are going ahead and posting different kind of images, videos and all. There are ways to see that how people are loving your data by connecting with your likes, by seeing the number of comments that are coming, how positive those comments are, how many people are sharing your post, how many people are actually saving your post. Now these are some ways to see how good you are doing on social media. Again, just content, and you will know that you are creating right type of content during this. Now when it comes to Google and page time and everything, page time is the only biggest factor to know that how many people are actually loving your data, because there is no way to upvote your data. There is no way to say that I came on this page, I read this blog and I loved this blog. Out of all these blogs that are ranking on first page of Google, I just love this blog. How do I tell? So how will Google know about the same? Now the only way for Google to know about the same is that by seeing the page time of the user. Okay, earlier there was a time when bounce rate used to be a big factor, or people at least used to believe that bounce rate is a big factor. Oh my god, the person came on this website, just stayed over there and bounced off, that's a big ranking factor. Now it's not anymore. People come on the website and go to another website, especially when you are an affiliate marketer. Your goal is that person comes on your website and go to Amazon and purchase the product, or whatever you are selling on your blog. So bounce rate cannot be a ranking factor. In fact, there is new Google Analytics update coming where they will completely remove bounce rate. Okay, so that's gonna be a big thing. A lot of SEOs are arguing about that, but yeah, so that's gonna be a big thing. But it's always come back to how people are interacting with your blogs. Okay, and today we are going to talk about increasing your page time, because that's one of the biggest ranking factor. I have personally experimented with page time a lot. Okay, I even experiment to a point where I write a blog, see how much of if I promote that blog on Facebook, social media, Instagram, Pinterest or any other place, people who are coming on the blog, how if they are spending more than 1 minute or not. If people are coming from Google, if they are spending more than 1.5-2 minutes on my blog or not. That's single-handedly is the biggest thing you can do. That's how a user will tell that yes, I actually love this blog. The person, let's say your heading is best way to lose fat, and person came over there and you are explaining some muscle gain science or something, and person went back and went on to another blog. It clearly tells this blog, whatever they say on H1 or first heading, they are completely not following up with that. Okay, so right now we are just gonna talk about how to increase page time, and how first, basically before I go into tricks, let's understand the fundamental of it. Before we go into the tricks, let's say I wrote a blog of 5 ways to lose fat when you are diabetic. Okay, now there are so many things that comes into play, but the biggest thing you have to keep in mind is search intent. When you go into search intent, Okay, you have to think that the person who's diabetic is looking for 5 actionable tips to lose fat. Okay, now keeping that person in mind, write the blog, and that's how you'll know that yes, this blog is about that. If you go into explaining the science of insulin, explaining the science of sugar and other things, then you haven't given them 5 actionable tips. They came looking for actionable tips. If they were looking for science behind it, their keyword, like their search term, won't be this. Okay, so if you're trying to rank a blog on that, keep that search intent in your mind while you're writing the blog. Let's go into the best ways to actually hold people or keep them hostage on your blogs. So first thing first, first your content needs to be really interactive. You can use whatever is the latest trend. In the start of the blog, in the first paragraph itself, you tell them that by the end of this blog you will know this, or these things you will definitely know by the end of this blog. So it needs to be really interactive. It should feel like you are directly talking to the person who's reading it. You're not someone who's a philosopher talking about different things, or you're not a scientist telling your study. You are technically talking to the person right away. So it should contain words like you will be glad to know, or you will love this thing, or something like where you are targeting the person directly. Okay, so you should know that about that and make your blog really interactive. Second thing, keep the paragraphs really short. Longer paragraphs are very hard to read. Shorter paragraphs are very, very easy to read. That's why all the new blogs that are in the market, people see those blogs as like someone who's a copywriter have written those blogs. So do go ahead with that. Third thing is put FAQs, something interactive again on the blogs, like FAQs where people can directly read the question they have in their mind and directly come and read the short answer to it. It also gives you a benefit of getting featured on People Also Ask section of Google. So that is there. If you can put quiz, that makes your blog really interactive, where people spend time on quiz, like once they have selected this, and you can put conditional formatting on the blog, and if they have selected this, they can go ahead and get this kind of answer. I mean, I hope you get the point. Then headings, H2s and H3s are very important. Keep your headings, like put maximum points that you are covering in headings, and then a paragraph below that. That gives a person to jump from one heading to another heading. Put a table of content on your blog. Table of content is where a person can click a specific section of the blog and directly go on that section and read just that section. That will help you with passage ranking of the blog as well. Another thing that you need to keep in mind is bold and italic words. Now, this is something that you can keep in mind, that a lot of bolded words wherever you are pointing on a very important point, whenever you are putting different quotes of people or something like that, then italic words, these also keep or maybe use underline wherever it's necessary. These keep things that you can, your content, just your content of the page is keeping people on the page. Okay, and making them go through that 6-minute or 7-minute reading blog. Okay, and if you are able to do that with every blog and you are able to increase your page time, you will definitely see your Google ranking increases. Now, we are not done. There are other ways to increase that, increase page time of your website. Another thing is visual content. You can use images on the website, obviously different kind of images, not just stock images, some kind of interactive images where people can see those images and see that what do you mean by that. Infographics are a great way to go ahead and make people stay on your page. People take a lot of time, 30 seconds they will take on just one infographic. So if you are able to hold people or convert your full blog into one infographic, that's a great way to go and hold people attention. You can even get backlinks on your infographics. GIF is a new trend in the market. Memes and GIF, you can use them as well. You can use graphs. on your website. Graphs are a great way to get more backlinks. People reuse your graphs. If there are original studies you have done for your blogs, use graphs, create graphs. It's very easy to create in Canva, so try that. You can also go ahead and put a slide share or PPT style things where people can actually take time to stay on that blog and keep changing slides to see your blog and all. That makes people stay more than the usual time, and it will obviously increase your page time, hence it will increase your rankings. Third thing, you can go ahead with putting audios and videos. The podcast audio you can obviously put, but videos works the best inside the blogs. You can embed YouTube player and everything. Video marketing is the future of SEO. You have to understand this. So embed videos into that. If there are easy 3-minute 4-minute videos, embed YouTube videos or Instagram videos in your blog so that people will stay on that page for very long time while watching those videos. That will give you a good boost of page time and decrease your bounce rate as well. Okay, now we are done with the how to make people stay topic, but whenever I give a session around page time, people say, yeah, I have done all those things. How will I bring more people on the website? Now, first thing you have to understand is Google will themselves go ahead and bring more people on your website. It works like that. So every now and then, if you go onto your Google Webmaster tool and see over there that your average rank or average position is always gonna be fluctuating. That's actually a chance Google is giving to your blog that people please come and visit this blog. Google will see the page time of people and then accordingly make sure that if the page time is really high, then this blog is something that deserves to be ranked on the top, because when people spend like 3 minutes on a blog or 4 minutes on a blog, that means unknowingly that person have upvoted your blog and said, yeah, this is a right way to go about it. Another thing what I do is social media share. Now I cannot say that it's a ranking factor or it's not a ranking factor. No one can tell you. Only people who are working inside Google can tell you that if it's a ranking factor or not. But that's a great way to see, because people, when they are scrolling on Facebook, they are known as scrollers, okay, who are scrolling through Instagram and Facebook, and they don't spend time anywhere. So if they click on your blog and come on your blog, if you're doing those kind of ads and they come on your blog, they spend time on the blog. If you're able to hold a scroller attention, you will definitely be able to hold the attention of person who is coming from Google. So that's a great way to know that how good is your page time or how interactive your content or blog is. Third thing that is also can be considered as CTR manipulation. I don't teach black hat kind of techniques, but this is a very simple way to go about it, and it works. It's not completely black hat either. It's kind of gray hat, and we love playing around those things. So let's say I have written a blog on my website. I haven't created a website, but let's say there is a new website and I have created a blog about featured snippet. And I have a lot of listeners on podcast already listening to this. And I tell them that go ahead and Google and type featured snippets by SEO Singh. Obviously, Google will show my article first. That's a really direct keyword that we are going forward for. But that will also make sure that Google can actually see the signal when people are coming and directly typing my blog and directly typing my brand name and going on that blog. Google will be able to see that people who come on this blog spends average of 3 or 4 minutes on this blog. Maybe in future I can go ahead and put this blog on featured snippet keyword as well. So that's one secret that you can do, and that's a good technique to go about it. It's like you can always shoot out to your newsletter. You can always put it on Quora forum where you can tell, or any other forum where you make people search the keyword, your keyword and your brand name. Okay, and people are directly going on Google and doing that, so that will actually help you a lot. So yeah, these are some of the basic techniques that you can use when you're going about it. and I think construction work have started. So I hope this podcast is helping you guys a lot. I hope you are subscribed to YouTube. Wherever you are subscribed listening to this, go ahead and click on subscribe button. If you can leave me a like or comment about any queries you have, I would be happy to help about it the same. And if podcast listeners haven't subscribed to YouTube channel, please go ahead and do that. And yeah, I will see you guys day after tomorrow. Bye.